Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center to prepare for a d4 pawn push, where the knight will recapture if black captures on d4. d6 opens up the light-squared bishop and prevents white from pushing the pawn to e5 after black eventually plays knight f6. Bishop b5 check forces black react to this early check and prepares for white to castle. Knight d7 develops the knight and stops the check. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the e4 pawn. Rook e1 activates the rook and supports the e4 pawn. a6 attacks the bishop on b5 and prepares the b5 pawn push. Bishop f1 retreats the bishop to the king's side. White may fianchetto this bishop to g2 in the future after g2, g3. Textbook play so far. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. Black develops the bishop and attacks the center. The pawn is now adequately defended. This prepares the bishop for development. This attacks black's pawn chain. This is the only good move. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. Good job bringing your bishop out early to build a solid position. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Moving from its starting spot, the queen gets involved in the game, developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. Out comes the rook and into the battle. With the rook now developed as well, black has all pieces ready for action. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. That's fine. This is a fair move. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This is the strongest option. This is not the right idea. This overlooks an opportunity to strike at the center with a pawn. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. That's fine. This misses an opportunity to strike at the center with a pawn. White had an advantage, but now the game is close to equal. This is the only move that works. This strikes at the center with a pawn, trying to gain space. This is an equal trade. Takes back. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This threatens to kick a bishop. The knight finds a new active square. Right on target. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. This overlooks an opportunity to create a pawn chain. Takes back. This misses an opportunity to create a pawn chain. This stops the opponent from being able to win a bishop through a fork. This overlooks an opportunity to create a pawn chain. This moves the queen to safety. This is the way to win a pawn. This loses material. There was only one good move there, and white did not spend enough time trying to find it. Recaptures. This wins material. The queen was sacrificed, a stunning move. That queen was free for the taking. Very precise. This is the strongest option. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. A very strong play. This is a fair move. Right on target. This defends the attacked pawn. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This evades the check from the queen. The piece finds a new active square. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This misses an opportunity to create a pawn chain. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen. This attacks a queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. This is the only good move. This moves the queen to safety. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. This defends the attacked bishop. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. That's fine. A solid choice. One of the best moves. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Very precise. A very strong play. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. A solid choice. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. One of the best moves. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This is the strongest option. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This moves the bishop to safety. This is a fair move. The bishop now occupies a secure outpost. This permits the opponent to kick a rook. This overlooks an opportunity to kick a rook. This missed an opportunity to punish a mistake. There was only one good move there. This evades the check from the queen. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. That's fine. This is a fair move. Right on target. Very precise. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. Now black can't stop white from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. This is the strongest option. This wins a pawn. This steps away from the checking queen. That pawn was free for the taking. This allows the opponent to win material through a discovered attack. This is a nice tactic found in time trouble. Recaptures. That rook was free for the taking. A very strong play. This is a nice tactic found in time trouble, winning a bishop. This defends a bishop that was under attack and had no defenders. A solid choice. One of the best moves. Pushing a passed pawn. A very strong play. This moves the queen to safety. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. The passed pawn moves towards its goal.